Matt, in your role as Vice President of Development at the Alliance for the Great Lakes, you're responsible not only for development and fundraising, but also community engagement as well as communications. How do you align these different responsibilities? How do you see those three, at times, quite different responsibilities?
Sure. So my first task as a new leader there was bringing together these three teams hadn't traditionally worked together. And if they did, it was done in a very piecemeal fashion. So I had to be very intentional when doing that. As a starting point, I told them I hadn't done this before. I was very green in that particular team building and team combining part of that. And so I asked for patience for myself, for them, for the broader team, and them being okay with making mistakes and learning as we do it. I asked them to buy into collective goals and aspirations. So we started a standing meeting once per week where the structure was we first had people sharing kudos, things that they were excited about, being able to lift up other members of the team. Then we had that update section, but then we had a deep dive each week where a half an hour is set aside for doing actual working meetings where we can talk through combined issues, talk through different plans. And by doing that, we're able to jointly problem solve. And I found that keeping the team informed and collaborating is really important to preventing siloing. And by knowing what the other members of the team are working on, we can have mutual accountability and buy-in. And at the time, I told them, and this still holds true, that the best idea wins. I don't care where it comes from, and we'll do things by consensus. Ultimately, it's my decision, but I benefit from having more inputs, from being wrong, from having something that the rest of the team says, I don't know about that idea, and then being able to talk about what's a better idea. A lot of the really good ideas as a team have come from a completely different department, being able to say, hey, what if you thought about it in this particular way? I want to give credit to one of my team members. We had a monthly e-newsletter that went out to our VIPs. Nobody was reading it. We started doing this conversation where it was an invite only to talk directly with our CEO and our program staff. And we've seen dramatically heightened engagement because people know that, if I come for an hour 3 times a year, I'm going to be able to dive a lot deeper than I would by reading something. I can ask my questions. We can be in community together. And at the last one, we had a donor say, what you guys are doing is really important. I want to contribute $10,000. And this was a 10x difference in gift than this particular donor had made before. And it was because he had the individual opportunity to engage and listen directly from the president rather than just, getting an email from him.